The Zach Ratliff Show is brought to you by Mortgage Financial in Texarkana, Texas, Elmwood Custom Goods, and Church on the Rock, Texarkana. That's churchontherock.org.
Hello and welcome to the Zach Ratliff Show. I'm Zach. Glad to be with you. Glad you're with me. Thank God for another day. Thank God for another day. Just being free. Man, it's amazing. Just glad to have woken up. One day when I don't, I'll be in glory because of my faith in Jesus, and so I'm happy about that too. I'm not rushing it though. So there's that for sure. All right, we're just going to jump in and go through some of the news of the last couple days, and we'll see where it takes us. This is something I have an issue with. If we're going to, Donald Trump's going to spin as good. From Juanita Broderick on X.com, then from Donald Trump on Truth Social. Congratulations to the world on the incredible vote of the United Nations Security Council just moments ago, acknowledging and endorsing a board of peace, which will be chaired by me, Donald Trump, and include the most powerful and respected leaders throughout the world. I don't need a board of peace. Okay. I don't like I don't like the one world setup as it is. With Donald Trump, I feel good about it, right? But there's always somebody else coming. This is always setting up something else for you into the worlders. Looking towards Revelation. This plays into your playbook. I don't need one guy at the head of a board running the world. And so yeah, with Donald Trump, I think the right decisions will be made for our country, and but I know that he ain't going to be there forever. And so that concerns me. And I think it should concern all of us. I think our association with the UN at all should concern all of us, honestly. So there's that. All right. The Supreme Court is going to hear a case. This is from SCOTUSblog.com. Supreme Court agreed Monday to review a ruling by a federal appeals court that basically, if immigrants, touching our soil, Trump administration saying if you touch our soil doesn't mean you get to claim asylum. And that's kind of what they do. You come over in the rafts or whatever, and if you put your foot on American soil, you get to claim asylum. And the Trump administration is challenging that. It's been struck down by an appeals court, so the Supreme Court has now agreed to hear it. Trump is doing everything he can to strengthen our border security, and it's what we need on all sides. Without borders, you have no country. Like I've said often, look at Rome. As the our surrounding areas wanted to become Roman, they kept allowing them in, and the Roman culture eroded because no one assimilated, and that's what will happen here over time. Okay, here's this. This is from Charlie's Voice Rising. It's also on Fox News, but Charlie's Voice Rising on X.com. This struck me. It's something I haven't. Well, I'll just read it to you. Breaking. JD Vance just uncorked the truth about the Trump doctrine. It hits like a hammer. This guy says, Charlie's voice rising. He said the next 40 to 50 years of U.S. policy will follow Trump's blueprint the same way America once followed the Monroe Doctrine. That's how big the shift is. Trump didn't just win debates, he rewired the entire region. That's crazy. With the trade talk, and it goes on to talk about the trade talks and the tariffs. I mean, if we're resetting, which we've been told for the last few years that that's coming, that's why we're about to experience an economic downturn. Everything's about to realign. We just have to get through it, and I think we will. And we just have to plead to God that He save us. Huh. But anyway, if we can reset into such a way that it rewrites the way the country works for 40 or 50 years, that's a big deal. We, we can get this thing right for our kids and our grandkids, and that'd be awesome. Okay, Bo London on X.com. Uh, President Trump just instructed House Republicans to vote to release the Epstein files. He says, "We have nothing to hide. DOJ is looking at various Democrat operatives and their relationship to Epstein." Did we not all see this coming? Did we not all know that this was about to happen? I mean, we saw this coming, right? And that's why this is why I didn't understand why everybody was getting upset. It's Scooby Doo type traps that he sets for people. Oh, it's the man from the amusement park. Got us again. And they just keep jumping. If the Republicans weren't such cowards, they would just go along with what Trump's obviously making it happen. Yeah, it's a wild thought to me. They can't that they can't understand what he's doing. Of course, he was setting them up. It, it's maddening how either head in the sand the Republicans are, or how much they hate this guy that they won't go with anything that he says. I'm not even worried about the Democrats, honestly. If it wasn't for the Republicans, the Democrat Party would have already collapsed. That's the issue. Yeah, I mean that's all. I don't know what else I can say about it. That's the issue. Are the Republicans? We know who the Democrats are. The Republicans are the wolves in sheep's clothing. I think that's the thing. And this from Andrew Colvett, same on the same thing. Breaking Trump calls on House Republicans to release Epstein files because we have nothing to hide. And this guy says, all I care about is Republicans getting back on point. Oh no, that's what Trump said. He says, yeah, let's expose everything. Yeah, let's do that. We just need Republicans to do what we want them to do. And that's the problem with the ruling class, both Democrat and Republican. They want to do what they want to do. We are no longer a government of the people. They feel like they rule us and they want to continue to do so. I believe that most Congress people, representatives, senators go there with good intentions. Like I'm gonna do positive, and then the Bible says the love of money is evil, right? Not money, but it's the power that it brings, right? You get to know special things, and you get to talk to special things, and you get to do this and that. Now, there are some guys up there sleeping in their office because it's too expensive to live in DC. There's also those, right? Man, it's got a pull on you. Has to. All right, here's this, and I think I've mentioned it a time or two, but let's see. This is I just want to keep bringing up when you hear all these things about Islamophobia and a guy put a post on Facebook just laying out what Sharia was the other day, and then how it's coming to Texarkana in the form of a new mosque, which there's already a mosque here. He lays out and it's like, oh, Islamophobia, Islamophobia. No, and then it's, oh, we have to protect Palestine. What about the 500,000 Christians killed in Nigeria alone by Muslims? Why are we why are we not why are we not talking about that? Right? That's the issue. Yeah, I wanted to take a second to ask you to like and subscribe to this channel wherever you're watching it. Some of you reached out and said, "Oh, I love your show when it pops up," and I understand that my audience is 35 and up, so and really on the upside. So if you're having trouble with your YouTube or Spotify or whatever, there's a subscribe button and a like button. Hit those, and then each day when I publish these shows, it'll come out to you, and um, it'll make it easy. It'll feed you back to me because I have people that I know that have called and asked, like, "Hey, can you help me with this?" And I'm glad to. But just go into your hit subscribe if you're on YouTube, hit follow if you're on Spotify or Apple, and then that'll feed it to you every day when I do update. Okay, thanks for listening. Thanks for being part of the show. All right, back to the show. So there's this story from Nick Sorter on X.com, and it's President Trump defends Tucker Carlson, because I think he's good. He says good things about me over the years. Look, you can't tell him who to interview. Then that's exactly right. People getting mad about who Tucker's interviewing. eh, Why is it? I can interview whoever I want to on here. I understand I don't have the same reach as Tucker, but no one seems to care. It's his show. Don't watch it if you don't like it. If someone says something controversial, yeah, maybe it's controversial. You don't have to agree with it. That's the problem with the world. Somebody comes on a podcast and says something, and then somebody thinks they're talking about them, and then they get offended. Be offended. But the media can't decide who's on Tucker's show. They can't. Opposing points of view are good. Everybody that sat in these chairs in here or on my radio show, I haven't always agreed with them. That's okay. That's the way the world works. We don't have to agree. We should treat each other civilly and be respectful. But I promise you, I'm not going to be respectful if you're not respectful. Also, I just want to invite you on. Anyway, I think it's crazy that the media tries to, just they're just outrage. It's just outrage, 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 outrage. There's no need for all that. Okay, did you see this? This Stacy, what's her name? This is from Mila Joy on X.com. Stacy Plaskett was texting Jeffrey Epstein during a Senate hearing or House hearing, and he's telling her exactly what to ask so that she can smear Trump. I mean, obviously, this has been a few years back as he's dead, or they say he is. I mean, I think he is, but you know, the Democrats were controlled by this guy. Back to what we were saying earlier. Now Trump's got going to release everything or have them vote on a release. Let's see how many Democrats vote to release these files. Maybe they all do. I'm good with it. Let's you know, they say everything will come to light. So shine on, baby. Um, here's something that just I don't know, it was sent to me by a listener. In this country, you know, slavery's held over our head like we're the ones that that had slaves. Paul Golding on X.com says the forgotten horror. The Arab Islamic slave trade enslaved over 17 million Africans for 1,300 years, castrating men, raping women, pure evil. Yet it's ignored and they blame the West. We just have to remember, as people try to manipulate us into feeling certain way, right? Oh, one of, if not the first slave owner in the United States was a black man. Anyway, I just get these articles as I go. There sometimes there's no rhyme or reason to them. Sometimes they all flow together. But yeah, it's just worth saying, everybody. It's just worth knowing. All right, let's see. Gunther Eagleman, how can we have gone over 10 months with the House, Senate, and the presidency and not have already passed safe election laws? Well, I addressed this earlier. The Republicans are cowards. They have no backbone. They don't know how to lead. They are afraid of winning. They seize defeat from the jaws of victory. I don't know how else to say it. That's how, Thregelman. The Republicans are spineless. This is from the Skiff on X.com. The president of Mexico, Claudia Sheinbaum's reign of terror is coming to an end, especially after the cartel assassination hit on the mayor, Carlo Manzo. People are standing up in Mexico. They're rioting out, or were rioting outside the capital. Let's see what happens. I think the cartel will be the winners in this, sadly, because they already run the government. They already run the government. Okay, and here's an article that I found interesting. Donald Trump's just playing the Democrats' games here. Eric Doherty, X.com. Update: President Trump says he'll give out $2,000 to low and middle income Americans from the tariffs. Sounds like it might hit before 2026. It's what the Democrats do. We'll give you food. We'll give you this. We'll give you a house. We'll give you an Obama phone. We'll give you your insurance. We'll give you everything. Donald Trump's like, you know what? We'll just be real blatant about it. We're going to pay everybody $2,000. Good luck. Remember who put you here. When in Rome, order pizza or whatever that is. Golly, I mean, good. Let's go do it. All right, and then this one, massive news that's been confirmed to everybody. This one on Fox News. Everybody on Snap will now be forced to reapply. There was massive fraud. 186,000 dead people, hundreds of thousands of people getting paid twice. This should not be controversial. That's from Eric Doherty. Yeah, what's controversial about that? Anyway, we just have to keep our eye on it. We have to keep talking about it. We can't be afraid, especially with Thanksgiving coming in. You need to have your facts right so you can just go ahead and set all your woke aunts straight when they get there. Your liberal cousin that's off at college or your niece, go ahead and let her know too. All right, everybody. I hope God blesses each and every one of you, and we'll be back and do it all again tomorrow.